Good day, boys and girls. How's things going out there? Things here are... the weather's picking up, I will admit that. But again, it's typical Vancouver weather. It's raining now, but we'll take that instead of the minus 30 where I was used to back home. So yeah, I got a lot of things to talk about. I have a lot of things going on. One, I got a personal crisis I'm kind of have been thrown at me, and I don't know if I'm gonna share that or want to share that yet, or how I'm gonna deal with that yet. So that's a big one, and it will definitely affect my channel, possibly or probably. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, let's go on to what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk briefly about the job situation. You know what? I've had great YouTube subscribers and people really caring about me and the job situation and money thing and healthy eating. I commend you for that. That's pretty awesome. And the other thing, first thing I'm going to go through, I posted a picture of Trump and on my last video, and of course, expected, you know, you're going to get comments. And you know what? I posted the picture because I thought it was funny. I'm not for or against Trump. You know what? This channel isn't about politics. This channel is about what it's like to live in a van, what it's like to live in an alternative lifestyle, seeing it through the eyes of me, my story on a lifestyle that I choose to live, and sharing that part of my life to you guys. And it's a big thing, opening up and sharing your lifestyle on a personal level to people who are actually starting to become friends and family. And some of them aren't. Some of them are going to bash you and troll you or whatever is out there, and that's going to happen. And you know what? Part of life. So, but yeah, the Trump picture, I didn't do it to offend anybody. That's... And I probably will post another picture or two, because today he gets inaugurated tomorrow. It's Friday the 20th, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then, like I say, I'm going to make light of the situation. I'm not going to be negative on it. I see everything, no matter what situation in life, as a positivity, even if it's a bad thing we're going through. Every time we go through a bad thing, or a rough time, or a setback, or a problem, it is a seed of opportunity there to build something better than where you're at or where you were in life. So I always look at everything in that aspect. And other thing I should note about Trump is that I wish him the best. I hope he does the best, and I hope he does the best for everyone. Basically, that's it. Yeah.
Please go to the service desk for the self-checkout station in 15 minutes at 9 o'clock.
So I didn't talk about the book in that video because that library is super quiet. Oh my God. And I didn't want to, you don't want to be disturbing people there. I'm a bit of a geek, so I just found that book by accident. And I've only read the first 3-4 chapters there at the library. And you know what? It's a very, very intriguing book. It's actually, he has some good advice in it. The things he writes about in that book are quite informing. I found them quite positive. And there's some good suggestions there. And it's kind of totally opposite of who Trump is now, because I don't follow him very much, but it's hard not to hear him in the news. Some of his Twitter comments and some of the comments about situations of other people and things, you know what? Yeah, I'm not much for that. But his book is brilliant. The stuff is totally I can relate to. There's some, but let's leave it at that. How's that? I am a geek, and I have spent a lot of time at the library here, and it's not uncommon for me to go there, spend 6-8 hour days, and I can read a book in a day. Not Trump's obviously yet, but alright, boys and girls, as I'm making a quick bite to eat, we're gonna go through the job situation. So Basically, I applied for 6 positions, and I got 5 responses out of them. So, I guess I should update everyone on my current job search status. Basically, I've applied for 6 positions, and I got 4 responses. Sorry, 5 responses out of 6. 2 of them were with a grocery stores. And to make a long story short, I went through a phone interview with both of them. Then we went through, they gave me a test, which was a 10-minute test you got to do. And then I talked to them on the phone again and did a second phone interview. And I did set up an in-person interview with one of them. However, the amount of hours, it was 20 hours a week and 24 on the other job. And the pay, they only offered $11. So it wasn't overly worth it for me to continue pursuing that. And one of the jobs, the one that did offer an interview in person, they were an hour and 15 minutes away from where I was stationed. So it just wasn't worth my time because I had other offers. The third option was aviation's manufacturing facility got a hold of me. They had an opening for operations coordinator. So I put in my application in the morning. 2 hours later, I got a call. We did a phone call interview, and they said they were very interested. And they called on a Thursday, and they said, "Well, can you come in for an in-person interview?" And it was 1 in the afternoon, and they said they close at 4, so can you make it by 4? It's like, it's not enough time. How about Friday? So he says, yeah, Friday might work. Let me talk to the operations manager, and I'll get back to you. So they called Friday morning at 10 a.m. and said, sorry, we can't do it today. We thought we could. And how about let's set it up for Monday at 10. So I agreed to that. So the weekend went by. Monday morning, I got a phone call around 8:30 and said, sorry, we have to cancel it. Operations manager's busy. Not sure when we could set up a next interview appointment because we're still working on funding for it. At the present, we can offer you $20 an hour and 24 hours a week, we think we're approved for. However, we would like it full-time, and we have to look into that matter more. So that's kind of where that job ended. I got a 4th reply from a logistics coordinator for a trucking company, and they sent me, they asked a few questions on email saying they're interested, but first I had to take the 10-minute test, and if I passed that, then I could come in for an in-person interview. I didn't get to that one because I had a 5th reply from another company. It took them a week to get back to me. They replied to my email saying we're interested. We did a couple emails back and forth asking about employment skills and what my resume said, and there was definitely interest there. They said, well, we're concerned our wages might be low for your experience. We can offer you $18.50 an hour, but my experience was at a higher level, so I might be asking too much for them. So what happened was I crunched some numbers, and it was similar to my last job's pay when I deducted my child support payments. So when I was living in the last city and working, I was paying child support for my 2 daughters. Even though my daughters are 21 years old and 19 years old, I was paying child support up to that time. And this is important because I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Very important. Oh my God, I shake my head. So anyways, I figured the wages would be the same, and I did some calculations that I could actually save quite a bit of money in a year working this job, living under my current budget of, say, $200, a little bit higher than my current budget. I'm going to give it $200 a week. And I figured I could save considerable amount of money. It's a 1-year contract, and it is a warranty administrator job on a girl's on maternity leave, so I'm looking after her job for 1 year is what it would be. So that's the status. We have set up an interview, and I'm gonna head out there. It's a different city other than Vancouver. It's the suburb of Vancouver. It's a city of about 120,000, Abbotsford, B.C. It's about a 40-minute drive, I figured, is what it says. So I'm going to head out there tomorrow and clean myself up, and hopefully it goes well, and we will update you on what happens. I got to go to my bank because something's going on. There was a glitch in my bank amount of money I had in the bank, and it concerned me. And then I went to take out money for gas to go to Abbotsford, and there's a serious glitch now. So I'm a little bit scared there. So I gotta go to the bank tomorrow after this interview. Oh yeah, I'll get more into that later, and I'm gonna meet up with a fellow YouTuber or fellow van dweller out around that area who I've talked to before. So yeah, stay tuned. Things might get interesting. So what else? I had something else to say. Oh yeah, I don't know. Okay, end it here.